up, guys? It is the Turtle Girl. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be answering a commonly asked turtle question, which is, why is my turtle not basking? This is another video in my series of simple solutions where I try to provide a solution to a common turtle question or a common turtle problem and do it in under 5 minutes. So without any further ado, hit the subscribe button and let's get started. So the reason you came to this video is probably because either A, you're one of my fantastic subscribers who just watches every single one of my videos, in which case, hi, you guys are fantastic. But the other case is that either you just got a turtle or you're doing some research and you have yet to see your turtle bask. So there's a couple possibilities why your turtle might not be basking. The first possibility is that your turtle is not comfortable with being on their basking area. They're intimidated or stressed. For whatever reason, they don't want to go up onto their basking area, be that a floating basking dock or an above tank basking area like the one you see in the tank behind me. So what can you do to fix this? So this is either caused by, one, your turtle has just been moved into this new tank, you've only had them for a week or two, and so because they're placed in this new environment, they're stressed, or because you just created a major shift in their environment, be that because of decorations or even like a large water change or just rearranging things. Usually it'll just take the turtle time in order to recognize that as a safe space for them to go up and bask. What you have to do is just give them time to settle in, get used to their environment, and be able to feel safe and secure, and that's where they will start to bask on their own. Another thing that plays a part into this, particularly for new turtle owners, is that new turtle owners, you're super excited. You want to see your turtle, so you're always checking the tank. But if you think about it from the turtle's perspective, they're up there on the basking area, and so that's where they can feel vulnerable to certain predators. And so when you come in here, this big giant thing walking over to go look at your turtle, that can also scare them, and so they might be hesitant to bask while you're in the same room. So you need to give them time to get used to you. The second possibility is that your turtle is actually unable to get into the basking area or use it properly. So for instance, if you notice that your turtle keeps trying to climb to the basking area but is having a really hard time because the incline of the ramp is super steep, that might be something you have to adjust so that your turtle can actually go up to bask. For instance, with a lot of DIY basking areas, when you make the ramp, you have to be very careful to make sure there's some kind of texture or grip for the turtle to actually climb up the ramp, because otherwise, if they're not able to get up the ramp, they can't actually bask. So that's another thing to look out for. The third possibility is that either your temperature is too hot or too cold. So you want to make sure you have the proper basking temperature. A good guideline that I've used is make the average temperature of your basking area 10 degrees warmer than that of your water. So this means, like, for instance, if you have a baby turtle, your water is at 78 degrees, the average temperature of your basking area should be maybe around 88 degrees or 90 degrees. And the reason I say average temperature is because when you have a basking area, typically you'll have a single light or ceramic heat emitter that is your heat source. And so the place directly under the bulb will usually be the hottest, and then as you move further away from the bulb, the temperature will get cooler. And so you give them that opportunity to thermoregulate by having like a good average temperature. That might be something you need to tweak if your turtle is not basking. The other thing to watch out for is the temperature of the water, because if the water and the basking area are not really different temperatures, the turtle may not have a reason to leave the water. And then the fourth and final possibility is that your turtle is just not the species of turtle that is commonly found basking and spends a lot of time basking. So for instance, musk turtles, mud turtles, and even Reeves turtles, I've heard, tend to spend more time just swimming in water, maybe that's shallower water, and just floating at the surface to get their UVB, but not necessarily going up out into a basking area, just because they're different species and have different requirements. But that could be another reason, is you just don't have a turtle species that generally basks. The one thing to look out for with this is, particularly with those species that don't bask, you still want to offer basking area so they have the opportunity to leave the water if they want to. But typically if you use something like an above tank basking area, they would be less inclined to use it because it's that much further out of the tank, out of the safety and security that they find in the water. So they'd be much more likely to use something like a floating basking dock. So those are some reasons that your turtle might not bask. If you tweak some of the things we talked about, you're likely to have your turtle basking in no time, or should I say in some time, because really the most important thing is that you give them time and the chance to go bask. The important thing to remember is that your turtle knows what it needs, and unless there's some other underlying issues, a healthy turtle will go and bask when it needs to bask. So if they're not basking, but they're otherwise healthy, eating well, everything else seems to be fine, it is not something to be super worried about. So I'll leave you with that reassurance. So that is today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, feel free to drop a thumbs up down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And check out my Patreon page. It's a place where you can support this channel monetarily, and it enables me to create more fun content like this for you guys. And there on Patreon, there's also some really cool benefits like getting access to videos early, and I really want to do live streams when we hit 50 patrons. So definitely check that out if that sounds interesting. I'll see you all next Friday. Have a turtly awesome day. Bye-bye.